Sir, it's a pleasure seeing you. Thank you for your time. Firstly, your reaction to Governor Bailey's warning that 3 days is all investors have left. I mean, there are lots of concerns that we just heard that the bank may need to extend and that it's a bad idea to have pension funds furiously selling assets.
Right, but everybody likes cheap money, and so you can't really blame the Pensions and Lifetime Savings Association for wanting the Bank of England to continue. But the Bank of England doesn't work for the pension funds. Their job is to keep the economy of England stable. And the English economy has been taking hits. I mean, you can take it all the way back to Brexit and then the war in Europe, the illegal invasion of Ukraine by Russia, um, the the recent change to Elizabeth Truss coming in as the new prime minister, and so there's inherent instability in there, which is why the Bank of England was doing the buyback program to begin with. But now things are beginning to calm down, and so we need to get back to normal life as much as possible.
How calm is it really? I mean, Sir John Geeve, a former deputy governor for fiscal stability at the Bank of England, said in an interview that, quote, the internal workings of the financial markets have thrown up an element of instability that the bank is addressing. Can you elaborate on the instability he might be referring to?
Well, I mean, it's all these things that have come together to provide instability. Kwasi Kwarteng, the new chancellor, with his tax cut, his unfunded tax cut, introduced some instability. And again, the ongoing pressures of the war, energy prices are spiking. And so it's not just any one thing that's causing instability, it's the entire environment is unstable. But honestly, if the Bank of England doesn't do something to try to return to stability, then things are just going to continue. It's just like in the United States, they're raising interest rates because we need to return to an era where the central banks aren't just spending to keep the economy afloat.
You know, the UK 10-year gilt rate is well over 4%. The difference with the UK's domestic rate is so stark that it's difficult to see how the UK can actually stave off a recession. Do you see any way out of the situation?
Well, it's very hard to get out of an inflationary period without recession. And again, with all those external pressures like energy prices spiking and food prices spiking, there's global inflation. And so the UK is dealing with that as well. And honestly, I don't really see any of the major economies getting out of the current situation without going into some sort of recession.
I'd have to leave it there. Glenn Alexander Crowther, Senior Fellow at the Center for European Policy Analysis. Appreciate your time once more. Thank you.